So the Concord Christmas parade is going on today.
In Concord.
Yeah.
Too soon.
I know. Could you imagine being in Florida having a Christmas parade when it's 90 degrees?
Definitely not. I can definitely remember being in one. 1975. And I led the parade as the Christmas queen.
That's awesome.
And I had my long white gloves on all the way up to here. And my beautiful handmade red velvet robe on. And this funky looking crown.
Do you still have the robe?
I wasn't given the robe because they passed it on every year to all the
Oh,
girls.
yeah, that makes
The
sense.
crown was made for the parade to look like this, and it was sequins, but it was a plasticky thing, and it wasn't really something you probably want to keep. They probably should have given me something that was more crown-like, But anyway, yeah, I have my dress. It was a reddish crush velvet type. Yeah, that should be up in the attic with the lacy, pretty look on it.
That's cool.
And it sort of looked like maybe
I
Victorian.
wonder if you'd be able to sell those for like vintage clothes.
They would sell.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But it was nuts. It was freezing out. It was probably November because that seems to be when they do these Christmas parades.
Yeah.
But it was so cold. But my mother prepared me a thermos with some hot chocolates. So I would sip from that. And I had my court on either side of me,
Those guys from high school?
No, it was the first runner-up and second runner-up.
Oh, so it was other women.
Yeah, very, very nice girls. And
How old were you then?
in fact, one of them, Sharon Tyner, I crowned her as the next Christmas queen, if I'm not getting my pageants mixed up. No, she was, yeah. So,
Do they still do that anymore in Salem?
no, you know what? They had a reunion in 93, I think, that Dad and I went to. And like all the past girls. And I was the third girl to be a Christmas queen in the town. And they couldn't find anyone else before me, so I was the oldest there, But they should. They started doing the king and queen and gave out college scholarships, so they got even better gifts as time went on, which is nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it's a memory I'll cherish forever and never, ever forget.
Yeah.
That was like...
It's a big honor.
Yeah.
How did you get nominated?
It's funny, one day they called me down. They called me down to the principal's office. I'm like, oh, I don't remember doing anything wrong.
Getting called to the office.
Yeah. So, geez, I'm like, I wonder what happened. So I was a bit nervous, So I go down there, and then they say, oh, I can't remember word for word, too many years ago, but we were told to go. A couple, a few girls, whoever was in there with me at the moment, were told to go to the gymnasium or the cafeteria. And that's when they announced that we were all selected. We were nominated by the school, the students, to try out for the Christmas Queen. And I think I was probably absolutely shocked. So that was a real shocker to me.
Well, I'm sure you were very humbled by it.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get to vote too?
No, I never even heard of it.
Then how did everyone else
I
vote?
have no idea. I have no idea. That was the craziest thing, but I have a feeling my boyfriend's friends, he was in a grade above me, I have a feeling a whole lot of them probably...
Who was your boyfriend at the time?
Paul Stoll, and he was handicapped, but he was incredible. I loved him. And maybe that's why they just felt like... I mean, that's very sweet of them, but to me it was no different. I loved him just the way he was, but I guess they might have thought I was different.
A saint for dating him and looking
Yeah,
past his
yeah.
problems. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a fantastic guy, and we keep in touch a little here and there. So, just to check in and say, how are you? And he has a new girlfriend, which I'm very happy about, and he bought a house.
Oh, that's nice.
So keeping up with a boyfriend from 15 years old, and I'm 60 now. I mean, it's not all the time, but nice old memories,
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, that was beautiful. It was a wonderful time in my life. And I needed it. God knew I needed that because I was picked on by a couple of bullies for like years, and this was they were just bad girls. That's all. They just weren't happy people, and they took it out on me.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. So, but I think God is saying that He was ready to lift me up and show me that I wasn't a bad person. You know.
That's nice.
But the thing that made me win that pageant, well, part of it was the essay. I accidentally memorized everything because I was timing myself for a 2.5 minute long speech and accidentally memorized it and didn't need any papers in my hand. So when I walked up there, I didn't have anything. I just started talking. And they said that I filled a category they didn't have
What was that?
to judge by. So I was the only one that did that right off the top of my head.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And another thing that they were watching was how we ate.
Why, you had to eat in front of them?
We all have our table, all the girls, we were in the middle of an entire, like, big, huge room of people. We were all having, it was a Christmas Queen dinner dance.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, and it was
So they were watching your etiquette.
Yes.
But
then-
you went to charm school? Was that before or after that?
After. And then I went they followed us in the bathroom. I didn't even realize that. But I guess they were
heck?
looking for people smoking.
Oh.
Yeah. So I remember
crazy.
that clearly. That was so sweet when the lady told me, you know, you filled a category we didn't even think of. Or, you know, I was like, thank you, Lord. And it was about... that particular essay had to be about the heritage of our country. And I basically thanked God for the freedom that we have in this country to practice, you know, our religion the way we want. And unfortunately, I don't think I have that essay anymore. Can't find it, but I made it into like a poem
Yeah.
and just kept it up here and,
Yeah.
you know, stayed.
All right, so it stayed, so you can recite it for me then.
Yeah, I can't. But yeah, that was pretty incredible. I can't even believe I was brave enough to do that. You know? So,
That's cool.
and you know, it's like, you think about what everybody else must have been thinking, because I didn't think of this back then, but a girl walking up to the microphone without anything in her hands, like, what is she going to say, you know?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But I definitely needed that boost from the Lord, and He gave it to me, so
That's awesome.
I felt very blessed. Yep.